Have you ever stood in the midst of a store aisle, surrounded by endless options, only to feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety? What if the key to a more fulfilling life lies not in acquiring more, but in consuming less? That is exactly what I'm going to talk to you about today. Underconsumption is a deliberate choice to limit material possessions, a philosophy rooted in the pursuit of a more meaningful existence. It's about finding fulfillment not in the quantity of what we own, but in the quality of our experiences. Embracing this lifestyle can lead to significant benefits. Not only do we save money, but we can also create a calmer space, reducing clutter and the stress that often accompanies it. In our consumer-driven world, the options can feel overwhelming. By practicing mindful shopping, focusing on quality over quantity, and distinguishing between needs and wants, we can simplify our lives. Imagine walking into a store, confidently selecting only what you truly need, and leaving without the weight of excess. I know for me, the struggle of walking into a store bombarded by enticing sales and discounts, I often felt compelled to buy just because it was a good deal. Yet, as my possessions multiplied, so did my frustration. My home transferred into a chaotic space, making maintenance feel like an impossible task. The overwhelming clutter left me disheartened and unmotivated. I was walking around my house thinking, I don't want to clean any of this because all it did was stress me out, and I just felt like I was never going to get ahead. Shifting this mindset is no small feat. It requires training our brains to rethink our purchasing habits. For me, focusing on my ultimate goal, a more organized space, helped me bypass unnecessary items and stick to what truly mattered. Also, what helped me was knowing that stores strategically put things where they do to make you buy more. And I don't like being tricked, so I just try to opt out as much as possible. Do I really need something? Or am I just wanting it? Am I just seeing something that somebody else has and say, oh, well, you know what? Oh, that looks really cool and I want that now. Or do I truly need it? Am I replacing something that still works for something better just because, well, for something else because it just looks better? Like, take it, for example, my crock pot. So I see these white crock pots everywhere, and I think every time I see it, oh my goodness, I would love to have one of those. But my crock pot works just fine. It does exactly what I need it to. It may not be the prettiest or the newest, so why am I constantly feeling like I have to replace something just based on the looks of it? So that is something else that I'm trying to retrain my brain on, and trying to focus on not consuming things just because of the looks of them. I try to always keep my vision in mind, one of a simple, well-organized home. Anytime I see anything that makes me want to buy it or have it. I'm not striving for minimalism. I just seek a balanced space that allows me to prioritize my true aspirations. Ultimately, it's about asking ourselves, is this a genuine need or merely a fleeting want? I know if you've been around here long enough, you've definitely noticed that I do not show me buying a whole lot because I just typically don't. Since I have started doing this a couple years ago, and since I have really tried to start getting into being more frugal, I have just tried to shift my focus and really concentrate on the need over the want, and try to make sure that I am being as frugal as I possibly can, because everywhere we can save a little bit of money is always great. So I wanted to just jump in here really quick and kind of give an update to how we are doing on the carnivore diet. I talked about this in my November monthly reset, and so I just wanted to do a quick update for anybody who's curious. You may not care and you can just skip over this part. But I have personally been doing it for, I think this is my 13th or 14th day, I'll have to check. But my family, the rest of us, this is like day 2 or 3 that they've been doing it. So far, everybody is loving it. Nobody's having like any, like, there's the keto flu or the carnivore flu they call it. I didn't experience that, and so far they haven't either, but they aren't strictly on it yet because they're, while we're more ketovore, and also certain people like no, Rayleigh doesn't drink any soda or anything, but Adam is still having his tea and his soda for now. Some habits are hard to kick. So he's trying to wean himself off of that. But for me, I have been strictly carnivore for 13 or 14 days. I'll pop it up on the screen. I can't really remember. And I eased my way into it. I talked about this again in my November reset, how I was like easing my way into it because I felt like that was the better thing to do to try and avoid as much of that keto carnivore flu as I could. So I was like, yeah, I've got to make sure I am doing, that I ease my way into this, that I do this a smart way. And so first week I cut out soda, but then again I cut out basically all the added sugar that I was like, I would go to get a Danish or I would go to get a candy bar or whatever along with my soda. I had really bad eating habits. I knew if I didn't start doing something soon, I was going to either have type 2 diabetes if I didn't already, or it was going to be really bad. So and I was gaining so much weight, and I knew that I just did not feel good, but it was like this vicious cycle that I was in. And so I was like, I've got to do something. Well, anyways, so I just eased myself into it. And then I love this. I really do. I have meat and meat-based products. That means that I can have dairy and stuff like that. I have like beef, chicken, pork. I have eggs, and then butter, and then dairy. I will have cheese. It's hard cheese that you have to have. I'll have cheese. I will have, I bought some heavy cream, some half and half. But I want to do like a whole, like what I eat in a day, because I've started drinking coffee. If you've been around here long enough, I do not like coffee whatsoever. I hate coffee. But drinking water 24/7 just gets a little boring. And so I found out that you can have coffee, and I have learned so much about food on this diet. I've learned to read the labels. I've learned so much because I have learned that there's so much junk in food now, and especially like processed food, different things like, because I did start drinking coffee, I was looking for zero sugar creamers, and I couldn't find any that didn't have this sweetener called ACE-K, which I looked up, and I was like, okay, well that's linked to a bunch of health issues and cancer and stuff like that. So I cut that out, or I didn't get any creamer. Well, I found a recipe for a keto creamer, and my goal is, right now I'm on carnivore, but I think I'm gonna be more ketovore because it's just not as strict. And I feel like if I'm going to do this long term, which is my goal, I want to, I just want to be able to have more flexibility. So my goal is to, go from carnivore to like ketovore. So I found this keto creamer, and I can drink coffee now as of yesterday. So that was exciting. My goal is to have 2 to 3 cups a day, not any more than that, because I feel like that's just a little too much. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I haven't lost like a significant amount of weight yet. I have lost weight, but it's like an all over thing where you can't really tell. The kids are doing fine. They are on day 2 or 3 now. But again, there's still little things here and there that they're still cutting out. They're easing their way into it, but they're on day 2 or 3 of, mainly carnivore, the little keto thrown in. But that is an update that I just wanted to give y'all. If you're curious about anything or want to know anything, just leave it down in the comments below. And I plan on doing like what I eat in a day videos, meal prep videos, different recipes that I've tried that we have loved videos. So if you're just curious about it, because I know every family does it different, and there's not a whole lot of families that I have found that that I can even see. It's usually like the mom that's doing it, or the dad. It's not usually the whole family, or it's like a single person doing it. And so I just find this fascinating to watch families that do it, to see how they can do it, and budgets play a big role into it and stuff. So it's just really it's really fun for me to like find new things to try and do. And so for anybody that's curious out there, I just wanted to just give a little bit of what we're doing, if anybody's wanting to try, or if they've done it before, just to see how other people do it. But yeah, so that is my little update. And again, I plan on doing some other videos to follow up on what we are doing. But my content's not going to change. It's just I may throw in different things like this here and there. But otherwise, my content will stay just the same. So no worries there. But anyways, let's get right back into the video. So sorry that was so long, but y'all know how I get when I get in front of the camera. I can talk and talk and talk, and I didn't want to miss anything, so I wanted to make sure I included everything, and it was just a lot. So I apologize for all of the yapping that I did. But getting back to the thought of underconsumption, this is something that I am definitely not perfect at. I still, when I see anything for the kitchen, I still have my problems because that is where I don't have the best control, but I'm learning and I'm trying to really train myself. So this is in no way like look at me over here being little Miss Perfect. I have this under control. No, no. No, I do not. But I am striving to for this anyways. I am really trying to embrace the under consumption, making sure that I am really thinking about the things that I'm buying and consuming and all of that because I just love a more organized, clean space where it is not so overwhelming. If you are new here and you made it this far, I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. And I will leave some videos at the end that you can check out that are kind of along the same lines of this one if you want to watch those. And Lord willing, y'all, I will see you on the next one.